What's happening, family? Welcome to the In the Black of My Mind podcast. I'm your host, Al Thomas. So settle in, get you some popcorn, your favorite libation, kick back, and listen to episode 19, part two of the Howard Cloud interview. If you haven't seen part one, you may want to go back and check it out. Some real good information in there. I need everybody to do me a favor. Go down to the bottom and subscribe, like, and comment, and tell everybody about this podcast. How many bodies? Tell everybody's about this podcast. I greatly appreciate you. Where's my theme music?
For a while, man, I did the vegetarian thing.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. And that was a discipline in itself.
Oh, I'm sure.
So um, I told you I fell and jacked up my kidney and all that kind of thing. And so now, I mean, as far as eating and all that, sometimes food is overrated, man. You can't be knocking it down in your 70s, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you're 20 something, 30 something.
Yeah.
Because that'll have you seeing them doc, man, and them boys will give you all they can as far as medications.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm good. Yeah, all too well.
Yeah.
Man.
Man.
Yeah. No, man. I tell people, I said, yeah, I was vegetarian all day once. All day. I guess, you know what? I could do away with, I don't have to have beef at all. I don't have to have pork. But that gospel bird, boy.
That gospel bird is something, ain't it? Yes, sir.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That gospel bird.
In the West Indies, man, a vegetarian cuisine is the shit.
Really?
Well, first of all, you get the Rastafarians.
Okay.
Who grow? I mean, they grow their own food.
Right.
First of all, and then the mamas in the kitchen are putting stuff together, seasoned well.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
All that's the big deal. Usually here, because I was doing it here in the United States, when I tasted in the Virgin Islands, man, it was night and day.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean, from the rotis to the vegetarian rotis. I mean, their main thing also is fish as well.
Right.
But just their vegetarian dish, the vegetarian rotis, the plates of food, the greens, and when you finish that bad boy, greens and dumplings they had, which was one of my favorite things. By the time you get finish all that, man, you're set. I mean, and here, even in the Caribbean, I mean, they have a India community and all that. You can go in and do your thing. And it's the combination of foods as well. So you get native food with Indian food. You get Hispanic with native combination dishes. Oh man, it break your heart. That food is so good, bro. It's different flavors.
Oh, yeah, right.
It's different flavors that you're used to. And again, it's like the Caribbean. Out here, they got that red and green chili, man.
Oh, really?
Oh, you miss it too. Yeah, if you eat it long enough, you'll be looking. You go to these different places, man, and you look around. We're getting ready to have the International Balloon Fiesta here in another week.
The International what now?
Balloon Fiesta.
Oh, no kidding.
The Balloon Fiesta.
Yeah.
Balloons everywhere, man. They come from all over the world. I mean, the city's going to be like, oh God,
I can only
about
imagine.
2 weeks.
Yeah, there's a brother here. He's in Hartford.
Yeah,
was like the one of the first black balloonists and stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He was played pro football and stuff.
Oh, nice.
I can't think of his name right now.
Yeah,
he's got a huge collection of black books and also between him and one of my fraternity brothers, they have the largest collection of slave memorabilia.
Nice.
Yeah, and and it's kind of interesting because my frat brother was showing me to get away from what we were talking about. My frat brother was showing me that he got a Ku Klux Klan robe, and on the you open look in the back of it, he
Oh
couldn't
man,
buy it.
he
He
couldn't
had to
buy
get a
it.
white. No, he had to get a white
Oh, I
dude to buy
see.
it.
I get it.
Yeah.
That's right. Why not? Shit.
On the back of it, you look at the label.
Yeah.
It says "Made in Shelton, Connecticut." Made in Shelton, Connecticut.
Right in front of our eyes as
Yes,
kids, man.
bruh. Yes, bruh.
Right in front of our eyes. And that goes to the point where at least when you go down south, you know what I mean? They
Mm-hmm.
call you nigga and you know where you stand.
Right, right.
But up when we were, and I've heard
Yeah.
that later on, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, you get the same energy, but
Mm.
they front.
Right, right,
And
right,
if you
right,
get in
right.
that right situation, you just don't know.
Right.
And that's still going on, man.
Yes. Hey man, I got some rapid fire questions I want to throw
Okay,
at you.
got you.
All right. What are your hobbies?
My hobbies right now, I enjoy, man, going out to different restaurants. I don't know if you call that a hobby,
Mm.
but I enjoy doing it. I enjoy sampling different foods from
Mm-hmm.
all over, from Indian food, food from Japan here,
Mm.
Chinese food, different combinations of things,
Mm-hmm.
Native American food. I kind of get into that.
Oh,
Yes.
nice. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
What is the greatest accomplishment of your life?
Right now is just being able to get up every morning, man, and saying hi to the family. But just off the side recently is getting my master's degree, man.
Okay. Okay.
And there were many nights, man, I was like, I don't know. Believe me
I
when I
know
tell
all
you,
too
man.
well. I
But
know, man.
I had some very cool people keep it going, keep it going.
Mm.
So last October, man, when I put on the cap and gown and did everything, man, that was a major accomplishment.
Oh, I'm sure.
It really was, man. So I'm going to have to say, right now, at this time, that's my greatest accomplishment so far.
Nice.
Yeah.
What's on your bucket list?
Well, I did one thing already, and that was going to Berkeley
Mm-hmm.
um, uh, School of Music. I really want to get the chance to cross the line and go to Canada, and that's a part of. There's a northwest part of Canada, which we gone. It's Montreal City, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go over with the family and kind of hang out and get some of that culture as
Nice.
well.
Okay.
I love traveling, man. That's
As
what's
do I.
happening.
Yeah,
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 road trips and everything.
yeah. Oh, definitely, definitely. Um, what skill would you most like to learn?
Um, Man, I would like to continue, man, with just growing within the technology.
Mm.
Uh, I'm getting ready to get like an MPC 37. Uh,
MPC
which yeah,
37.
it's called an MPC 37. So what you
Mm.
do is it's a composition tool,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and what happens is, you can put your ideas into it, and it breaks it up into stems,
Oh wow.
and you can continue on.
Mm-hmm.
Long
Mm-hmm.
story short, um, I would love to do like an orchestration,
Oh,
get
nice.
into the orchestral
Mm-hmm.
part of it, and not symphonic, but the smaller cello, uh, string bass, viola, violin
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
added to the composition.
Nice. Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah.
that's something that's coming around the corner.
Okay.
I'm in the lab. I'm kind of getting things together. I was inspired the other day because I saw RZA, uh,
Mm-hmm.
who is a rapper,
Mm-hmm.
and he, oh man, what is the Afro Samurai? You ever check out Afro Samurai?
No,
Oh, come on, man. Al, check it out.
really.
Yeah, so it's an animation piece.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's great. I don't know what's building that,
Is that
but
on Cartoon Network?
I don't think it's on the Cartoon Network. Once you put it in,
All right. I
there's
mean,
maybe three. Uh, I think it's a series of three.
uh-huh.
Start from the beginning and
Okay.
then watch it through. But
Okay.
he did the music, and he's from the Wu-Tang Clan,
Yeah, yeah.
right?
Yeah, yep.
And so from doing that, he went in and shed, and now he's got a some symphonic stuff going on and a ballet.
Wow.
Yes,
Wow,
sir.
that's deep.
Yeah, check that out.
Okay.
So that was pretty inspiring, man. So
Mm.
that's it might have been a little long winded, but I'm
No, not at
studying
all.
orchestration, man.
Not at all.
Yeah,
Where is the coolest place you've ever traveled to?
I've got to go back to Alaska, and I
Mm.
have to when I first hit the West Indies.
Mm.
Yeah,
Mm.
um, especially St. Thomas. They took me out on the water. They took me sailing,
Uh-huh.
and man, I jumped off that boat, man, and hit this beautiful water. They took me to um, a shipwreck,
Oh, wow.
a shipwreck,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and once I did some snorkeling because I love the water. I've been in
Mm-hmm.
water since Stamford, Connecticut, man. I'm a water
Mm.
baby, and I saw that, and it just blew my mind. And of
Mm.
course, yeah, man, the food and the
Oh,
culture and
definitely.
and all
Definitely.
that. But then again, also Alaska. So
Mm-hmm.
six
Mm-hmm.
in one hand, half a dozen in the other.
I was in Puerto Rico, and some friends of mine were taking a hop over to St. Thomas.
Yeah,
So I was like, "Yeah, I'll go." So I did a little plane,
yeah,
went over there, and we went to St. Thomas, and then we took a little ferry over to St. John's,
correct.
and did they had the snorkeling,
Right.
little trails or over there and stuff. So we did all
Yeah,
that stuff. That was real cool. But it's
yeah.
interesting you said that about about West Indies because the first island I went to was Barbados.
Okay.
My wife and I we went on our honeymoon to Barbados, and I thought it was interesting because here I am swimming in. Jumped off a ship also, swimming in 30 feet of water, and I'm looking the water down. You can see the bottom, and I'm like, man, here in Connecticut, you can put your feet in the water in the sound, and 3 inches of water, you can't see your feet. So
No.
I'm like, I don't, I don't go in the water here no more, man.
Yeah, back in the day, there was some lakes, man, that were pretty cool, man.
Oh
But
yeah,
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 it's a little bit
yeah,
different now, man. It
man.
it it, it really is. But yeah, those were. It was a learning experience, man.
Mm,
Musically too.
um,
So you know, Soca Calypso. Met some bad boys, a bass player, man, and I wanted to grasp that feel so bad. And we
mm.
exchanged information.
Okay, okay,
And he was this bass player was playing in the top soca calypso band, man,
okay.
both in St. Thomas, because them boys used to battle, man.
Oh,
You're
no
talking about
kidding.
battle of the bands,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
sir.
yeah.
Yeah, there was some, and they had horn sections and everything.
Oh,
So,
nice,
we
nice.
exchanged ideas, man. I gave
Mm-hmm,
him a little bit from what I grew up with. He did the same thing,
mm-hmm.
and it was absolutely amazing, man. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
What is the most important decision you've made to date?
To care a little bit more about my health, man.
Mm.
Yeah. You know, and we talked about this. I don't know, man. I think I called you about a month and a half ago. I was in a rollover accident here, man, in 2010.
Oh, right, right.
Yeah, I was on
Mm.
my way to a gig, and that just changed everything. I don't know who was, as my I had like a SUV, like a Chevy big boy.
Mm-hmm.
I think if it was anything smaller, man, nah, that was
Yeah,
it.
be out of here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Wow.
Um, but coming out of that, uh, it was weird because uh, I got a little nervous because I started developing anxiety
Mm.
because I wasn't firing all since the accident. I hit my head, and
Mm-hmm.
my ribs, and all that kind of stuff. And when I went out to play after that, dude, I wasn't, like my ideas come,
Mm-hmm.
and it wasn't happening, man.
Mm.
So that really turned into anxiety. I wasn't sleeping right, all that kind of stuff. But I did a gig at a college in Santa Fe, and I was still going through my changes.
Mm-hmm.
And this doctor came and said, "Hey, man, nice gig and such and such." And he said, "Man, I heard you were in the rollover accident, man. I'm glad you're okay." And I told him, and I said, "Man, I'm just, we got into a conversation. I don't feel." He said, "Look, you got to give your body enough time to regroup.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Don't
Mm-hmm.
be, you're not going to go through that and
Right.
then just come back and be ready to go. Give yourself enough time. You eat right, make sure you get enough sleep."
Mm-hmm.
He recommended acupuncture, and I did that, and it just turned a lot of stuff around.
Mm.
Um, so paying attention to health, for me, I just turned 70 uh, this past June. That's a
You would
it's
never know.
Come on, man.
You would never know.
It's important, man.
Mm.
It's important.
What makes you unique? And you got to know that you are unique because you're definitely not like everybody else.
Yeah, man. I'm going to have to uh, include my mom in that. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
you know, uh, and she's right here in New Mexico, so
Okay.
she's 15 minutes away, so I can get in the car and see mom.
Right, right, right.
And she has a lot to do um, with the way that I think, the way as far as respect, foundational stuff uh, coming up, my work ethic.
Mm.
Because, dude, um, I used to close that door, man, and it was just me and my bass for hours and
Wow.
hours and
Mm-hmm.
hours. I mean, sometimes I'd be in my own world,
Right,
which,
right.
which going out with the cats, playing ball. I mean, I play ball, I play volleyball, so that part of it. But if I wasn't doing that, that's music is what I was doing. Listening,
Mm-hmm.
getting away from the bass itself, uh, that will develop characteristics, personality, and again, my work ethic. My work ethic. So that's what I think. Those things, those foundational things,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and being able to pass that on to the youngsters
Mm.
um, is what makes me contributed to my unique characteristic, man.
Okay.
Plus, I throw down, man. Come on. That's how I tell. That's what I tell. But I'm sorry. Come on, man. You got to know.
Yes.
My boy said you got to
Yes.
know it sometime,
Yeah,
man.
exactly.
So when you pick up that instrument, that's what's happened.
Exactly.
I put in my 20,000 plus
Yeah,
hours
right, right.
on the instrument, man.
Right.
So, and that's what I used to tell my students. I said, well, how do you know if I can play? You coming in here taking lessons. How you know I can play? And I usually do that to encourage them to come out and listen. I don't
Mm.
I don't talk a big game. Come on
Mm-hmm.
out, man, and hear for yourself.
Right, right. Listen to what I
That's
do.
that's what's
Yeah,
happening.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
What's your favorite song? And nothing that you wrote, because we're not gonna
No,
go
no,
there.
no, no,
No.
man. You
What's
know
your
I'm
favorite
sorry about
song?
that. That's right. It is. Oh, now we know Stevie Wonder. Yeah.
Yes.
Uh, but he did a song, man, like a B-side song. And I'm encourage anybody to. It's a tune called "This Town," and I listen to that maybe.
This Town.
It's called "This Town." Yeah,
Okay.
that's right.
Nah, I got to go
Yes,
look it up now.
sir.
This
Stevie
Town.
Wonder, Shaka Khan, Michael Jackson.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah,
That.
yeah. He wrote for everybody. Yeah, yeah.
But for me as a musician, I mean, I listen to Earth, Wind and Fire.
Mm-hmm.
September is
Mm-hmm.
hits it. You know what I mean? Some Isley Brothers hit it. But for
Mm-hmm.
something, man, that really affects me, yeah, check out this tune, man, by Stevie Wonder. And as a matter of fact, you know who did it? Is Minnie Riperton.
Oh, is that right?
Yes. I go back a little bit because I was listening to music. She did it with a group called Rotary Connection, but it's called This Town, and
Okay.
he did it live.
Mm.
Yeah, because we like to Cool in the Gang,
Oh
Man
yeah, yeah.
Drill. You know what I
Yeah, oh,
mean?
yeah.
Those
Speaking of which,
those
the
funk.
keyboard player just
I
passed the other day.
heard,
Yeah,
I heard, I heard,
yeah.
I heard
Claude.
about that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But now I'm gonna have to give you another song from the bass player perspective, and that's Larry Graham, Hair.
Oh man, come on,
Yes, sir.
come on.
Yes, sir.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah,
Yes, indeed.
yeah. That's
Yeah, yeah,
that gives me chills still
yeah.
now.
Oh, no doubt.
Yeah, I got that
That,
on vinyl still.
bruh,
Uh, uh,
that's still in high and heavy rotation in the Thomas household,
I
man.
got two vinyl copies. One is
Oh
tore
wow.
up, and then one that
Mm.
without the skips in it, bro.
Oh man, please. Oh man, heck yeah. That and water. Boom, 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 boom,
Right, right.
boom, boom.
Yes. Yeah. What about you, bro? What about
That,
you? What's your favorite tune?
wow. I used to tell people that I'd have to I could only narrow it down to genres and I could give you like one song in each genre.
Right, right.
But if I had to I'm gonna give you two. First one is Night in Tunisia,
Oh yeah.
Dizzy Gillespie,
Yes, sir.
right? Second one is Knee Deep,
Well,
Parliament
okay.
Funkadelic. Yeah, yeah,
All right.
yeah, yeah. That's my theme song.
Right.
I tell man, if I could find a phone booth, I'd go and listen to. I put on Knee Deep and go into the phone booth and change into my
Come on
superhero
out.
costume and stuff. Man, I'm good. You know who's that? Nipsey Russell said, "Super Brother."
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, I saw
Yeah,
Parliament.
man.
I saw Funkadelic at the Apollo Theater, man. Me and Gigi.
Oh,
Yeah, we hopped on the train,
yeah.
man, and
Twice at the Apollo.
oh, it changed me, man. It
Oh,
changes you.
oh,
That's that rock.
please,
That's that
please.
rock funk.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
The Jimmy stuff, Jimi Hendrix,
Mm.
Buddy Miles.
Yeah, yep,
You
yep,
had that rock element,
yep.
which kind of progressed to like Living Color.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Those guys. That was a very
Yep.
important genre as far as me coming up as well.
Oh
So
yeah,
I had
Sly.
this rock. Oh, come on, man.
Sly.
You know,
Yeah,
um,
yeah.
and
I'm,
Sly is coming on out every once in a while, which I'm
yeah,
liking,
yeah,
man.
yeah, 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 yeah. You know, man, well, said you got these folks that are deadheads, and they go to
Right,
to see
right.
Grateful Dead. Well,
Yeah,
I'm a funk head, so
yeah,
I've probably been to easily 70, 75
yeah,
P-Funk concerts and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
So I got a chance. When I was when I was in the military, I was first part of station in Korea, and then when I came back, I was in the President's Ceremonial Unit in D.C.
Yeah, yeah,
And so at the Capitol Center, man, I saw the Flashlight concert.
yeah,
I saw the Underwater Boogie concert.
yeah.
When Bootsy came out with that album, the Player, they had the Player concert. So I saw the Player concert. And at RFK Stadium, where the Redskins the old Redskins
Right.
used to play, I saw the Chocolate Jam, which was an all-day outdoor concert with Mother's Finest
Oh
and
yeah. See, that's another group.
the Barcades and
Yes.
Cameo
Yeah.
and Radio and then like the Horny Horns did some of their stuff.
Right.
The Parlette did some of their
Yeah.
stuff. The Brides of Frankenstein did
Yes,
some of
sir.
their stuff, and
And
then they
Big
did.
Fat too.
Oh man, and then they did a lot of that Parliament Funkadelic stuff afterwards
Yeah.
and stuff, and
Yeah.
it was a great day. But yeah,
Yeah.
I'm definitely a funk head.
Well, in New York, man, I was living in New York in like 85, on to like 91.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when Miles, like Marcus Miller, came out
Mm,
with the
mm,
Tutu stuff, man.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
And that was just,
mm.
I mean, it just affected the whole New York
Oh
scene, man,
yeah,
when Marcus
oh yeah.
came out with and Miles got back on the scene. And I saw him before he passed, playing a lot of that stuff live.
Mm.
He was there with Hiroshima. You remember that band
Oh yeah, yeah,
Hiroshima?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I saw them here at Yale.
So
Um,
here's what happened, man. Hiroshima on the first set, the Hiroshima came out first, and then
mm-hmm.
Miles came on.
Mm,
We signed up for the second show, and Miles said he didn't want to change. He wanted to come out first because he dug the sound. He didn't want to change the sound. And
mm.
then, so when we came in, I was like, "Wait a minute, that don't sound like Hiroshima." And the guy said, "No, Miles is, he wanted to come on first because he wanted to." And I was like, "Oh man."
Dang.
So by the time we sat down, because how traffic is in New York,
Mm-hmm.
we missed maybe about 15 minutes of it,
Oh,
but
okay, okay.
we saw a good hour of it. So that was a close call, man.
Yeah.
That would have been bad news, man.
Right.
You know,
Wow.
but it was great seeing that brother, man, before he transitioned, man.
Oh yeah.
You know
I
what I mean?
saw Miles at Woolsey Hall in Yale
Okay.
with me and Marion
Oh,
and
nice.
Kevin Jenkins. You know
Oh,
Kevin
yeah.
Jenkins? Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah. And there's Danny Moore. The four of us we went
Okay.
to check him. And I was telling folks, I said Miles said 2 words. He played for
That's
2
right.
hours. Said 2 words.
That's
The
right.
music got good to him one time. He said, "Yeah." And at the end of the concert, he said, "Bye." That was
So
it.
was he doing the sign thing with their names on it? Because that's what he was doing
No,
when we
no,
saw him.
no, no. Yeah, I saw that on a video of. I never saw that
Oh,
live.
yeah, he did that.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, he did that
yeah,
thing.
yeah. No,
Um,
this was
um,
about
yeah.
84, 85, somewhere around. Yeah, yeah.
Miles is in everybody's
Oh man,
musical growth,
please.
man.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, that's awesome, man.
But you know what? We came up during a period of time musically that didn't exist prior to and will never be duplicated. With all of the different genres of music, the great music that was coming out of all of these different genres of music and stuff, there'll never be anything like that again.
Yeah. And I thought about that not too long ago, man.
Mm.
And if the question was posed to me, like, would you do that the same way all over? And yeah,
Oh, definitely.
without
Yeah.
even second guessing, thinking,
Mm.
because I learned so much, a little sadness in between, but the majority of it, man, was growth and fun
Oh,
and
no doubt.
happiness. You know,
Yeah.
what you going in the West Side is part of that, brother.
Indeed, indeed. You was talking about your mom's, and you were saying her record collection. That was the same with my dad. He loved jazz. So he just put me on to everything. And so, as a kid, man, go put on, like folks are putting on R&B or whatever,
Right.
I was
Right.
putting on, I'm listening to Wes Montgomery. I'm
Yeah.
listening to Lou Rawls with
Right.
an orchestra.
Yeah.
I'm listening to Coltrane, Miles Davis, little bit of Bird, Deprez, Lester Young, and on and on and on.
Right.
This was, he just had an expansive collection, and so that's what I listened to. So when folks were like singing Beatles songs, I was humming the melodies or the solos that Wes Montgomery did, like Down Here on the Ground and that kind of stuff, But yeah, so that upbringing, was invaluable, musically and stuff. It's just
It's for me because she had Herbie Hancock, but more the early stuff because he was just coming out of playing with Miles. But I listened to him more on the jazz side, but he was the bridge for me crossing over from that. You know what I mean? Chameleon.
yes,
He went to that
yes.
electronic thing,
Yeah,
and then from there, I learned
Yeah.
about so many more artists.
Right.
Chick Corea, Return Forever.
Right,
You know what I
right.
mean?
Right.
Stanley Clark as on the bass side of things, and then just what happened is the classical stuff, and all that is on my plate as well.
Right.
So, and it all started, man. I mean, she was a Nancy Wilson fan.
Yes.
Sarah
Yes.
Vaughan.
Yes.
Lou Rawls. too.
Mm-hmm.
Lou
Mm-hmm.
Rawls, the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But and a lot of big band. So Count Basie, Duke Ellington, she had a lot of that stuff, and who
Okay.
I had the chance to see. Um, well, Count Basie just had passed, and there was a trumpet player, man, that took over the head. Thadness, not Thadness, no, I can't think of his name. But we saw him down at the docks in New York, man. That was,
Mm. Mm. Mm.
and and then going back to Chuck Dudley, man,
Okay. Okay.
and how that is going around full circle.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's
Exactly.
not this. When he introduced that music to me, it wasn't too far off because I was listening to it at home.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
So. Yeah.
Wow. I'm trying to think of the singer he was killed. He got shot. He was young. Sam Cooke. I was. It was only about 10 years ago, and I had listened to the song. Hundreds of times, and I didn't realize it was that. That girl, if you ever change your mind. All right.
Yeah.
So when you get to later in the song is bring it on home to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the answer was Lou Rawls.
Really?
That's Lou Rawls' answer, because him and Sam Cooke were best friends. And so when I was listening to a program and they said, I was like, what? Lou Rawls? I had to go back and put it on, listen to it, and you could clearly hear his voice. It was no ifs, ands, buts about it. It's Lou Rawls. But I was, it was only about 10 years ago that I learned that. It's like, man, this came out in the 60s.
Yeah, because that wasn't enough time to identify his voice like that.
Come on, man.
You'll never find and all those
exactly.
hits. I mean,
exactly. He's got a distinct voice. You hear it, that's Lou Rawls.
Yeah.
Don't nobody else sound like that.
Plus, they were youngsters back then, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Young coming out there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I got two questions left. First of which, I just asked you what your favorite song was. Who's your favorite group? If you had to pick one, who's your favorite group?
Come on, man. I have to say, for me, it's Earth, Wind, and Fire, man.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, that's where I spent a lot of time in that genre.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things. There's a lot of different groups that come out. Ohio Players come to mind.
Yes.
All that. But just the overall, because that's the band I've seen the most live.
Right.
Yeah. Is Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Okay.
I always have to say a second. I got to give you a second because we're musicians, and that's T.O.P. Man. That's Tower Power.
Oh yeah.
And look, I mean, they can be, that's a great concert right there.
Oh heck yeah.
They have horn sections. I dug the horn sections.
Yeah.
And then Earth, Wind, and Fire, of course.
Oh, definitely
vocals,
killer.
The vocals, the compositions.
Oh yeah.
And they can bring it down to just a few pieces, man. And then a lot of that stuff is, of course, these youngsters are taking pieces of it and it's getting a little bit more jazzier,
right?
Just like Stevie's tunes are doing. Herbie has done R&B tunes like Prince tunes, jazz.
Yeah.
They're reinterpreting these R&B tunes, man, with a different spin, which is not EWF, man. That's my band.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. You talk about Ohio Players. I remember I was singing background for Bernard with Surface, and we did a show up in the Poconos,
right?
And it was Ohio Players, Sugarfoot's Ohio Players,
right?
And so it had a bunch of people on the bill and stuff.
Yeah.
And everybody was cool. Howard Hewitt, they're from Shalimar,
right?
And what's that group that sings?
So Bernard was doing the Surface thing, huh?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's, the group that did Gloria. Right. I can't think of the name of that group, but they were there. They were cool people too. But so everybody was cool. We're in the green room. We chopping it up, and everybody's laughing, and carrying on. And then Sugarfoot came in, and then I became a groupie again.
Ow.
became a groupie again. And so we talking to Sugar and had him laughing. He hung with us all night, man. You know, we had a
Yeah,
good time with that brother. And then shortly
yeah.
thereafter, he passed,
He
man.
passed, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Remember that song "Heaven"? Heaven must be
Oh,
like
yeah,
this.
yeah,
Come
yeah.
on,
Are you kidding me?
killed
Yeah, yeah. Oh, no doubt. No doubt, man.
it.
You know, Junie Morrison was with them, and
Right.
and so
And
that
yes,
you know,
and I met him, man.
oh, did you?
He was still when we opened for them at the center, he was still in the band.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Wow, wow.
Yes,
Cause
sir.
they're doing that. No, there's a worm
Yeah,
in the
Worm.
ground. Yes, it
Yeah.
is.
And they did that.
That
Yeah.
was that time.
Yes, sir.
Heck yeah, heck yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, it was some good times,
Life is
man.
something, man.
Oh
Come
yeah,
on, man.
yeah, yeah. All right. This last question might be the most difficult of all the ones I've asked so far, but tell me your life story in one sentence.
That's a good one, man. I am always looking for important ways to grow.
Wow.
I am always looking for important
Mm,
ways to grow.
ways to grow. That's deep.
Yes. I
That's
mean,
deep.
you
You're a deep brother, man.
you definitely don't want to waste too much time because that's
No.
a valuable
Oh yeah. Yeah.
asset. So that's where the word important
Yeah. Yeah.
comes to mind, man.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you
You don't
take
waste no
that
time.
and
Yeah,
once
no doubt.
once you learn it, man,
Mhm.
you're off and running to the next thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I know. I would tell my students that all the time about wasting time. It's like, you know,
Yeah.
you can't get that time back. There's no rollover minutes
Yeah.
in life,
Yeah.
you know. And if you were able to make 1 second, you'd be a billionaire.
Yes, sir.
If you were able to make 1 second, you'd be a billionaire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we
Well,
continue, man.
Oh, please.
We continue.
Please.
I mean,
Yeah,
Ray
yeah,
Brown did
keep.
his last concert here, man, in New Mexico.
Who did?
The bassist Ray Brown.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think
Is that
he
right?
went to his next where he was playing next. I don't know where it was.
Mm-hmm.
Was ready to play golf.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So see guys on the on the on the round on the course wherever you call it,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and he passed away that night, bro.
Man.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, but playing all the way, man. Playing, just keep playing.
Yeah.
Till
Yeah.
it's time.
Well, Grover
Yep.
played that
There's
gig,
another
walked off the stage,
Yes, sir.
passed away.
Yes, sir.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. That's how it goes, man. That's the
Yeah.
inspiration in the morning.
Yeah,
I know
yeah,
you can
yeah.
put your flute together, man, and you can go outside with that, man. Take a
Yeah.
walk through the woods.
Yes, sir.
You know
Yes,
what I
sir.
mean? Are you doing the wooden flutes as well? What do you?
No, I'm just playing just regular flute. I had an
Yeah.
alto flute. I didn't like the tone of it, so
Yeah.
I ended up trading it. I'm looking to get another one at some point.
Yeah.
And what I'm looking to get is a wooden head joint.
Yeah.
I purchased one, but it didn't work. The piece that you use to
Yeah. Put it on in.
it was too big.
Yeah.
And the guy that works on my flute said that he was scared that he would crack the mouthpiece. And
Right,
so
right.
I'll find another one.
Dude, go all the way, man. Just get the whole thing made of wood, man. Go, man.
Yeah, I played a gig once with this young lady who had a wooden flute.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just kind of I did a gig once with this guy who played for Alicia Keys,
Oh, nice.
and
Yeah.
who because all of her the musicians had endorsement deals with different folks,
Yeah.
and so they were there was a Yamaha representative there, and he said, look, you guys are coming here and you checking everybody else, you don't never come talk to the horn players about he said, well, we never thought that you would, because everybody wants to play a Selmer Mark 6 or something like that, so we never thought that you would be interested. I said, yeah, I'm definitely interested. He said, give me your information. And he said, in about a month I'll send you some stuff. Send him a tenor sax, a soprano sax, a flute, and a flute. See, he didn't like the sax, so he sent those back, but he kept the flute.
Yeah.
And so he was playing flute at a gig, one night, and a guy walked up to him and said, "Hey man, I make head joints." He said, "Get out of here!" So the guy sent him a head joint, and so that's what he's playing. And so that, we played the gig with him that night. I took his head joint and plugged it into my flute. And I'm playing. I was like, "Oh man!" So you got the sound that you get from the silver, plus the warmth from the wood and stuff.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So I was like, "Nah, I got to get me a good head joint and stuff." So.
Andre 3000 was here on Friday.
Oh, is that right? Did you get a chance to see him?
Oh no, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
No. I mean, I did this gig. That's the Soul in the Park gig.
And that's right. You did say that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was just down the street. As a matter of fact, the drummer that I was playing with packed up, and he was off and running to the.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He's growing, man.
Yeah,
he's growing.
Yeah.
I mean, he shocked everybody, but man, his you check him out. End of this year, going into next year, it's gonna be a whole different set for him, man.
Yeah, definitely gonna prove interesting. Yeah. I'm like, yo, bro, Andre, if you're watching this, I'm down, bro. Put me down with you.
Get on in
I'm
there,
a flute, man. Come on, bro. I got you, man. Yeah, but Howard, man, this has been a pleasure, man. You have no idea, man.
Thank you so much for having me out.
I appreciate you for doing this, man.
Yeah.
Listen, how can people contact you on social media?
I'm getting a few things together because I did a show featuring my composition, so I had some film people come in. But for right now, I'm on Facebook.
Okay.
I'll do a few more things on Instagram because I'm building. Now that I'm back out there and out of that, out of the room, so to speak.
Right.
I'll be building up a lot of stuff, and the main thing is you get a chance to listen to some newer compositions coming here in the next couple of months, man.
Cool.
I've got some cats on board, man, and I'm just looking. But for right now, you can find me on Facebook.
Cool.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, once again, bro, I want to thank you, man, for doing this for me, man.
Yes,
I greatly appreciate you.
Oh, man. It's my pleasure, man.
And I know I've been negligent, man, but I got numbers now. I'll make sure that I got to reach out and say, yo, what's happening? What you doing?
And we've been doing that,
man. Cooking, man.
That's right. Yeah. And vice versa, man. We'll keep everything happening. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. In the black of my mind. Go ahead, Al Thomas.
We're trying, brother. We're trying to do it.
Yeah, man.
I appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir, man.
All right.
And all the best to you, man.
Oh, thanks. And you
all
and yours as well. No
yes,
doubt.
Sir.
Right. This has been another episode of In the Black of My Mind podcast. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share. Until next week, y'all be blessed.